that's your organizational structure. The reason we want, or not so much about what we want, but more about the value of a departmental strategy is to focus so you're not just running around, not knowing what direction you're moving in, but you're just doing because you have to do it. And then the other thing is that you can then make a valuable contribution to the operational plan. And the reason for that, where you feature in the operational plan, allows leadership to see how to budget for things as well. So that's important. So you're not going to create an organizational strategy. You're going to create a communication and stakeholder engagement strategy that takes into consideration the entire strategic plan. So consider that you have a leg in the strategic plan that speaks directly to communication. If you dissect that, it basically is telling you, when it says strengthen communication within the SAI, what does that mean? It basically means that you must be able to be communicating about everything that's happening in the SAI. So what I'm telling you is not really new. We're just not understanding that goal to say that if I am strengthening communication and stakeholder engagement, it means I'm doing it with a purpose. What is my purpose? The purpose is the strategic plan. And within that purpose, a lot of SAIs are now having a goal about strengthening internal communication. What does that mean? It doesn't mean, well, I already have a newsletter, so that's sharp. I don't have to do anything. Well, maybe I must make my newsletter a little fancier. It's not what it means. It means, can you be communicating from different levels?
Maybe the auditors may feel like they're actually doing the job on the ground, and then of course,
it's soft things that then show enhanced communication.
Not just having the engagements, do as a result of those engagements to move things forward, like looking at our goals, improving laws and recommendations. It's actually good learning from other peers as well. Somebody mentioned about I think the feedback on compliance with laws and regulation. I think it was Steve that said it. I think that's good. It's like a checklist. That's something actually goes a bit of very helpful as well. I'm really just I'm more auditor than communicator, but I feel like communication is actually very important, and I'm happy to have been part of this because I have just learned how in-depth communication in any entity is.
Is your view of communication?
Yes, definitely.
Red level.
I because obviously we communicate like few people do. So it's like, but why is communications even necessary here? So I was saying to her, this is actually something that people don't even know the importance of communication within the entity, and it's something also maybe we should do, like a brochure on, or something to just show out, importance in the side.
On that, about your internal public relations, promotion of communication within the site, you don't necessarily have to have a special means of internal promotion. I'm sure you value in the note what value in your interactions, in your internal communication channels, the information you provide adds value to your staff. It's how you're making your precise operations accessible to staff. It's how you're keeping staff aware of even the strategic direction of the organization. And it must be a valid reason that has legal ramifications. Because you are still working within your legal framework. But if it's sitting there as well, then and that person says, I don't have the time to read your stuff, ask, can you delegate that authority to someone else? Ask. They may not think that they can delegate the authority because you are passionate about the kind of value that particular communication might bring. Believe in the work you are doing. Communications people have it very hard until the world is falling apart and then you're responsible. So only time people realize, oh, I have communications people, come, let me make them sweat for their salaries. It's the curse of the communication profession. Don't have to feel that. If you have a passion, and you don't have to have a passion for communication, if you have a passion for the work you are doing and you understand the value of the work you are doing in AFROSAI, or any other government institution, frankly, or if it's an NGO or anything, a lot of communication people tend to now drift away from corporate communication in that world of money, the bottom line is all that matters, to going towards these softer things where it's about making a change for people or animals or whatever. The environment will find more communication people will give towards that. It's how communication people are called. You don't get attracted to this career unless you have that something inside there. And what I do is a change. And then you end up being involved in all of these different can't remember the word, but those kind of industries. I started off with the national parks. It was all about the environment and protection of animals and, protection of natural heritage. Then I ended up in the office, and in between those two jobs, I tried that journalism job, and it was too dirty for my liking, so I walked away from it. And I think I had the worst experience because it was community journalism. So it meant knocking on people's doors and prying into their lives. But I loved every bit of communication. When I understood the side itself, my passion grew. I never used to stay longer than 3 years in any organization. I stayed 7 years in this life. Because I realized that actually the values of AFROSAI, the purpose of AFROSAI is so great, and my passion just grew. And I stuck it out. And look where it's led me. So now I can touch the content. And I will never give up on it. And for me, it's if I can change one life, or if I can make a difference in one small little corner, it's enough. So that's the kind of passion you need to have for the place you work in, the work that this place produces. And don't give up. But the day you feel that even this audit office does not bring any value to me, does not bring any value to my family, beyond the salary I bring in, that's when you need to start looking for another job.
Right. We share that passion. Yeah.
And if ever you are stuck, frustrated, or whatever, I'm there. You have created a communication family that's here to support, to give you that little bit of extra drive that you need, give you a different idea. Not in the cinema. Any other matters you would like to discuss?
I think explain journalism, community development. It's a broad perspective, to be honest, more specific to community development.
Talking about people in the community. No. So a lot of what the community newspaper will cover.
Talking about people and the issues that matter in the community.
No, not with this editor. This editor used to, he was terrible. This editor used to, so a lot of what we spoke about was like the crime rates, there was a break-in, or if someone did something, extraordinary in the community, we'd speak about them. But what this guy used to do was he used to send us to the police station. And we used to have to go through all the case logs to say, okay, who lodged a case on robbery, different things. And then you must go to those people and now traumatize them yet again by asking them to talk about it so that you can write about it. And I know that is part of what journalists should be doing.
She sabotaged to me. And for me, I think it was done the right way. They took it to her. But again, I don't know the mood in which she was at that moment. So when she got and then in fact she just was pissed off. And I returned back to the office. We were 4 in the office. I said, what's it? I said, oh, this is what happened. Then one of my colleagues said, Martin, there seems to be 2 doors. There are times you need to take the bull by the horn. Tell her the facts. You should not be lenient with her. He tried to incite me. Yeah. No, you need to tell her the facts. Don't. You're a man. Don't allow her to bully you. And then I asked him and said, you know what? She's my boss. Only one who has that. No, you see, I will not even advise you. What am I saying here? Honestly, after something like 2-3 years, I have been supervised by, since I joined the AFROSAI, my 6 different DAGs. I can tell you that Mr. Adam Arena is the best. She is the best. All the supervisors actually supervised. At first, the understanding was not there. Moreover, I have listened to that colleague of mine to have been something different. Under her supervision, I realized that she pushed me to succeed, and there was always any assignment being given to me, I would ensure that it's done to the best. She recommended me to AFROSAI-E for facilitations. She recommended me to IDI for facilitation, all because I was patient and did not listen to bad advice. Because even like the tax, every human being, the mood, they are trying to end the mood that we are in. Because the tax that she was offended. I think later there was a time when later within us, she said, "Oh, go and meet Martin, see how the way out is." Then within myself, I said, "Oh, maybe." So since I got to understand that, perfectly wanting the day when she told me that, Martin, that was a bad day for me. I felt so bad. Resigning. I began up to this time. So it's just my experience to share with you that you relate to our supervisors, and then yes, colleagues, tell us, please, let's be very careful how we listen to advice from our colleagues. Now back to the thing that I will take back. Prior to this workshop, Zakia, I believe that external communication will do very well against stakeholders. The problem with internal. And I remember, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago, Zakia, I don't know whether it was on WhatsApp or email, you asked me the area that I think you should be of help. And I said, internal communication. And you asked me, where exactly? And I failed to get back to you just because I knew that internal communication was the problem, but where am I to start? I was unable to actually dissect the problem with internal communication. So that's why I did not get back to you. But based on these few days here, in fact, I have my to-do list is more than 20 now. My to-do list is more than 20. I need to see how this from now on to December. At least, if I can do above 15, I believe it will be something. And some of these to-do lists, some definitely comes with have to see it. Some it will be to just see how best I can liaise with other divisions to see how best it can be done. Some is to collaborate with them. Some is just to draw their attention that, oh, this is what is happening, I think this is how we can improve on this particular sector. There was a time when the head of ICT came to me and said, Martin, communication, you need to do something though, because you see when we send information to you, send the information to all staff, people fail to respond. I said, that's not my job. At least I've sent the message. It is through IT, see how best you can. But sitting down here these days, I know exactly what should be done. And I think I will go back, try to see how best we can liaise with other divisional heads. Try to see how best we can improve on the internal communication. I think I've learned a lot when it comes to internal communication. Well, to this workshop, if I can get internal and external, something like 70 for external and nothing is, I think 80 for external and 20 for internal. I want to see how best it can be 50-50. That's my based on what our colleagues here stolen some of your ideas. I want to go back and implement them. And colleagues, definitely I will have to be knocking doors. It's not every time that I will knock on Zakia's door, but at times I will just say, oh, Emmanuel, this is what, aiming with Jilan. Don't see yourself because you are in the audit field. I'll definitely be asking you. It's not all the time I will say, Binta. No. There are times when I will need your support. So definitely this is a network that will help me to grow. I want to grow more. So I'll definitely see. So I've learned a lot. This internal communication is a challenge. How to start it. But in these few days, I believe it will be. And thank you for this workshop. The way in which you handle this workshop, I think I know it a lot. I hope to see how best can be implemented.
Team, it comes down, it will eventually come down to you as the practitioner understanding where the most valuable will come from. Yes, you cover all your bases, you can do the broader communication, but departmental leadership must not relax, and it's up to you to remind them that they are also a channel for your communication. So if they want, you can help them develop how they're going to tell the team this, but normally managers they know if it's a discussion around things that affects their teams that comes from top management, they know how to sit their teams down and say this is what we got. But when they start seeing internal communication, sending messages out about the similar things, they're going to start thinking that responsibility is no longer theirs. But we now have that understanding that people may miss our communications because they'll get tired. Okay, we took the code of that. The AG is not willing to speak about, or he's too busy with the guest to say what this meeting was about. Go and ask the secretary or your DAG, what is this meeting about? Quickly pen something, it can just be a paragraph. Send it for approval to say, let's start with this is the exciting news that the AG met with AFROSAI-E. I mean, if you guys have newsletters, I would very, very much appreciate if you go back and write about your experience with the communication workshop. Because you have content, sir. You have content. You have content for days. There's content everywhere, all around you. You're never going to start with content. Go back and say, representative from communication in Saigana attended this thing in Liberia. We were so many participants. These were the topics covered, and we look forward to. Done. I don't even give detail. So you was.
Yes, thank you. The point you raised about just taking photo, calling you, take photo, making a survey. In our side, now the international partners come to the AG on a regular basis. So the special system what we call communication. I'm just thinking happy things. I just think I say that's why you believe. So you call now communication all the time. If you have a meeting, conference, you can take some photos. Nothing else behind, only just come take some photos. So we'll take the photos. After the photo, we'll be there for 5-10 minutes and get a summary discussion. We'll go downstairs. So, I'm thinking that the special city, they only want a photo. So, we will do small write out, attach the photos, send it to him, we see it. So, okay, let's go to do it this way, do it that way, and so forth. At times, due to the nature of the meeting, we will take the photo and say we should leave. So now to make ourselves relevant after they are there, we have the photo but we have no idea. So we'll go back upstairs. Yes, engage you, see the special system, you ask to take photo. So what would the photo portray? We just put it there, no heading, no idea. So okay, we'll talk later. So we talk later, so now we say take days and so forth, but to still make ourselves relevant, go back. So we get a photo, but nothing for the photo. We get a photo showing all the, we need small caption for the photo, wasn't it? So Tim is making himself available and explain. So that's alone the essence of making yourself relevant. And you have to take the photo and you enter in there. So that's the example of what was there. Thank you.
Absolutely, that's how it's done. And sometimes, yes, the AGs who are very media shy, even internally, to give them comfort. If they say, no, this was a sensitive meeting.
The Workers' Day was given an award, and there's someone else for another subject. So then you know that we'll find the communication unit can project stuff that have done well in our newsletter, and you can put the person on the website so the wider world is getting to see what we have in-house. So this is something that you can also maybe like be journalist, knows around it and see who is doing good in the side, and then something that you can project. And then you also feel comfortable to come to you when you have good news.
And that's a door for you to then take that relationship further based on the strategic plans. If it comes from departments like HR, departments like, well, even with the audit departments, that's where you develop your relationships. Because now suddenly you've been speaking to this one person who sent you the information, but you know something very interesting is happening in terms of that department that is related to the strategic planning. Use that link to get another contact, the relevant contact, and you will be learning from them.
One really brought joy to me this occasion. The workshop was not just theoretical, but and that is really practical. I think the outcome of this workshop is something that is going to be lived in us forever. Because when you teach people radical and material, you bring them to the field of radical, then what you have done, you have incited something in them for life. Because to become a real professional, and I've always said this, I look at three important things in the field of education. One, to acquire the knowledge. Two is to put in practice what you acquire. Three, you should be contribution. And what you have taught us will make us to be contribution. That is the greatest thing you can acquire as a person. To get the knowledge, to put into practice, and to make contribution. Thank you.
He has something he didn't tell you. He a pastor. He controls establishment of worship for us. These are the charisma, the attributes,
But that's where his gentleness comes from. That's where his gentleness and that wonderful smile comes from. we always have this doubt of whether we really added value. You know, and for us, it's been a long-term thing to see afterwards. Because you know, we watch you afterwards, and we keep in contact, and we try to assess whether you are able to implement what we've taught and things like that. But it's always that thing that when we go back home, did we bring value to your life? Was the trip worth it? And it's lovely to hear, and although, because I know how I feel in some ways, I'll still go back and hope that what I shared was valuable for you, and the manner in which I shared it, did it make sense to you? Did you get anything? Because a lot of times, like, I'll stand up there because I don't work presentation. So there's no set structure. I feel my audience to say, okay, where's the gap? And I'm moving in one direction, and you guys noticed it. We went all over the map, but did it make sense for you? Did you get something out of it? And that's always something that's I hope you sat here and it was worth it for you.
No, it was a process. I truly say is that he leads the communication process and we assist him. So by virtue of that, we report to him. Unless otherwise, where he is very, very busy or he's out, he refers us to the Deputy for Administration.
And I was like, yeah, AFROSAI Zambia, I think they even have it. And then I was presented a copy. But then I was just thinking, I don't think necessarily because another SAI has produced a product, it's going to work well in our context as well. So for me, I don't know also how to say, I know yesterday you did mention, and that is quite true, you don't also want to be seen to be enforcing or for them, for SAIs to do A, B, C, and D. But I think just having that general understanding that because SAI-A is doing this, my SAI doesn't necessarily have to have it. And I know it comes back to us because they will definitely come to you and say, we need to produce this product. So I don't know what would be your advice, because I still haven't done that service charter. I don't see, because if it is talking about what is our service delivery commitments and all of that, I think that communication or key message is embedded in certain documents. So is it now more of a duplication of efforts? I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
It comes to what is we are what we do. Yes, it may be embedded in other documents. But depending on what you plan to get out of it, you need to weigh the cost versus the return. I like having, and the crazy part is a lot of times people throw things away. Especially if you're giving them little booklets and stuff. What I like is the use of admin or the little desk calendar